And I forgot to start recording.
Thank
That's great. And that's the thing is that when we, I think I'm going to guess that most entrepreneurs are probably multi-passionate, but if you think about like the founder of UGG Boots, he's a friend of mine. I happen to know this guy. He's a really cool guy. And if he didn't focus on just those boots, UGG Boots probably would not be where it is today. But he had a focus. And actually what happened is he bought 500 pairs of boots to get started. And he, I'll share his story really quickly because it's really a fascinating story because it's a multi-billion-dollar company, but he started off as a guy. He's from Australia and he started off as this guy. And when he came over here to the United States, he was like, they don't have sheepskin boots here. They need them because in Australia, it was a big deal. And so what he did is he was a surfer and he lives here in California on the coast in a town called Encinitas. And what he did is he went to a bunch of surf shops and he said, if I got this product, would you guys sell them? And he went up the entire coast of California and every surf shop, and all of them said, yes, of course we will. Of course we will. But he never got a commitment from anybody and he never got any money from anybody. So he was all excited and he had a partner and he said, you know what, let's go buy these boots. Let's go, take them to the shops and sell them. And so they bought 500 pairs of boots. They used all of the money they had. They bought 500 pairs of the sheepskin boots, called them UGG boots. And then they went to, they started going to the surf shops and were like, hey, we got the boots. You guys want them? Oh, no, we didn't want to buy them. Yeah, we just thought they were really cool, is what they said. So they had all these boots. And the first year, UGG boots sold 27 pairs of boots. And he had 473 pairs of boots in his apartment. And so it's just fascinating to think that he only sold 27 pairs of boots, but he kept going. And why did he keep going? Because he needed the money. That was why he kept going. So his partner said, this is a losing battle. I'm out. And then Brian kept going. So the next year he ended up selling the rest of the 500 boots. And it's like, from there, it's kind of history. He has a book. It's called Brand. Shoot, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'll think of it. But if you want to read that book, it's a story of how UGG boots went from basically 27 pairs of boots to become a multi-billion-dollar company. And how they ended up becoming a multi-billion-dollar company is that somebody wanted to buy a pair of boots for their friend for Christmas. Well, the somebody happened to be Gail, I don't remember her last name, who happens to be the friend of Oprah. So Gail bought a pair of UGG boots for her friend Oprah for Christmas one year. Oprah loved them so much that she had them go on to Oprah's show. And then that was like the rest is history kind of thing. And it wasn't the first year. It wasn't the second year. It took time. It took time to get there. But he didn't give up. Brian didn't give up. His friend did. His friend kicking himself now? I don't know. But but Brian is absolutely awesome. And he's just an incredible man. And one of those humble guys, and but I share that because we were talking a little bit ago about that one thing, that focusing on that one thing, and so Tanisha has really honed it in, when she came here the first night, it was, I do this, this, and this, right? And then I talked about the focusing, follow one course until successful. And then she honed it down and she's like, okay, I didn't know what she was going to do, but she's doing the lofty entrepreneur and doing the business thing. So you weren't here, Nancy, but she just announced that she got asked to speak at a Mom 2.0 conference in Florida. And it was because of this, because she's honing in on that one thing. And so this is why it shows the value of that. Yes, it can be scary because, the sources of income you have 3 different sources of income. But if you think about it, if you follow one source of income first, and you become really good at that, and then you become really known at that, and then the money starts coming in for that, then you can share the other things as well. And the type of business you have, Tanisha, it works really well with the other things you do. as recommendations for your clients in this one area. And so that's yours actually partner together really well. But when we share one thing, when we share three things out there, I used to do it and I get it. When we share those three things out there, people are like, she's not serious about anything. This is just a hobby. You know, how do I know that she's going to be with me in 3 months? How do I know she's going to be with me in a year? Because we're so scattered that we're not even committed to ourselves. So why should they commit to us, or why should they believe that we'll commit to them? So that's really what it's all about, is that one thing. And then, you know, being known for one thing is when you're going to be called to speak at all these different events. I mean, I have, because of Clubhouse, oh my gosh, I'm getting asked to speak at so many different summits. I'm starting to turn them down. And I hate that. Like, I want to speak at every summit. You know, I want to speak every opportunity I get. But sometimes sometimes I have to do stuff with other stuff. I can't just spend my whole time doing summits and stuff like that. So it's a good problem to have. And that's what Clubhouse has done for me. And so I can see it happening with you ladies as well. And again, it's just, you've got to get out there, sharing your message, making sure, you know, honing on that message so that it's understandable to the people who are hearing it. Oftentimes our message, like Nancy, right? She helps people with naming things, but it's hard for her to name her own stuff because she's too close to it. You know, we're too close to the forest to see the trees. So we need to ask other people for guidance, for help, for, you know, looking at things, seeing if it makes sense to them. Because if it doesn't make sense to them, they're not going to purchase, and you're just wasting your time. We don't want to do that. We want to get in there. We want to know what value we have to offer. We offer it out, and then people start reaching out to us. So what I wanted to share with you, I was sharing with Missy earlier before anybody got on today. And, you know, I was talking to Nancy about it. I want to do something. It'll be every Monday. And the question I have right now is it going to be Monday at 5 Pacific time or 5:30 Pacific time? So you guys will help me to determine the answer on that. What I want to do is in the Women Action Takers Club. Let me rephrase that. Not what I want to do. What I'm going to do is inside of the Women Action Takers Club, every Monday, we're going to do something called WAT. So WAT, Women Action Takers, WAT Talks. And the WAT Talks will be different topics every week. And what we'll do is invite people to come onto the stage. We'll pick whatever the topic is. So let's say today's topic is WAT Talks. Are you taking care of yourself, right? This is for self-care, right? So Sally's the lead of the show because it's about self-care, and that's Sally, right? So Sally and Cecilia, and they'll have Paige. They'll like run that show, and then we'll be there as support, you know, the moderators to support them, basically, anybody who wants to show up. And then the sessions will run 2 hours. I want to keep them to 2 hours and less. So we would go from either 5 to 7 or 5:30 to 7:30 Pacific time. And then every week my thought is to do a different room title based on what your what do you call it? Fortes are. I don't know. Your what's the word I want? Specialties.
Expertise.
Yes. Yes. So whatever. So we'll pick somebody each week, and it'll be basically their show. And it's in the WAT Talks. I'm going to be there. I want to support it. And, you know, as I was sharing with Missy earlier, you know, it's so funny. I've gotten to know you all so well. It's like, I don't want the 30 days to end myself, you know? So how can I keep it going and be able to participate and, you know, be part of it, but then also provide, you know, value for you ladies for, you know, you jumped in 30 days. I mean, how crazy is that? You know, a 30-day challenge, you jumped in, you're giving it your all, and I truly appreciate you. So how can I continue that going is what I love to do. So I came up with this idea, and what do you guys think of the idea? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're all in for it, let's start figuring out the days and who's going to do which sessions, and let's get going. Like, I don't want to wait. I want to get going now, like Monday. Okay. So anybody can unmute, talk, and whatever. Missy.
I had a question. So when it's our day to lead, other people will continue to moderate and help, like co-mod the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we would do is, like, let's say, for example, Missy, it was your session, right? Where you're the lead. What we'd do is you would be the one that would open the room. So like I can still schedule them all, or each person can schedule theirs or what have you. And whoever opens the room is in the top left position. So if it's your room, I mean, if it's your topic, you need to be in that left top position. So if it were Sally and it was Sally, Paige, and Cecilia, there's three of them. So the three of them would be, first, second, and third position. And they'd all be moderators. And all of us would be moderators. Anytime any of us go into those rooms, we all know who we are. So when we go into those rooms, you just automatically make us a moderator. If anybody is, like, let's say it's Missy's room and Sally's in there as a moderator, and then Pamela pops in, Sally's like, oh, there's Pamela, let me make her a moderator, like just automatically making us moderators.
I think maybe further clarification too. So even though we might be an expert in that area, we're just going to talk a little bit and then get a lot of people to comment, ask questions, and give feedback, right?
Not as much. Well, here's how I see it. And the great question. And this is how I see it. Doesn't mean it has to be this way. So that was a good question. How I see it is that each person has an opportunity to come up and share. But that's because that's what, like, I always just want everybody to share, right? But so now, thank you for that question, because that begs a different idea. And maybe it's they can ask a question or share, or it's they can come up and ask a question, whatever that person leading that room wants to do. Because I would hate to say, be it just questions only, and then, one of you is like, oh, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be the only one answering questions. You know what I mean? So I would hate to put someone in that kind of position. So I think for each of you, you would decide what you wanted that to be, what that looks like. And then, because it's your room, we're there to support you. I'd love to have them under the Women Action Takers, and put me as a guest on each one. So that way, if I'm available, I will be there. Even if I'm not available, my little face will be up there. It'll be in the room. It'll be supporting you. But most of the time I'll be available. Monday nights are a pretty free night for me after the challenge is over.
So if we are to do, is it appropriate for us to do a little bit of education? And what does that look like in your mind? Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Maybe,
I don't know. Let's talk about this, because whatever works for you, as long as it's providing value to the audience, to me, that works. It has to be providing value. It's always about providing that value, right? So maybe you do something where every 20 minutes you do an education piece. Maybe, make it whatever you want it to be. For me, I would like it where you guys are the spotlight and you decide what that looks like, of course. But that education piece and the education piece, maybe what you do, just spitball in here, right? Like maybe you make an outline for yourself. You say, okay, let's say we started at 5 p.m. You say at 5, I'm going to open the room. Like I would make myself a little outline agenda just to make sure I kind of follow my agenda. So I'm going to open the room and I'm going to let the moderators introduce themselves. 5:30, then I'm going to invite people to come up. At 5:30, I'm going to do like 5 minutes. I'm going to do an education on something, tips and tricks or whatever it is. And then 6 o'clock, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure I do my call to action. Not everybody did their calls to action last night. It's okay. It's all good. It's like, that's why we're in there. And that's why we're doing the training, right? And that's why we're getting in there with the comfortable place where I can say, hey, get into your call to action. It's okay. But remember it next time. It's like, remember it next time. No, but it was good. It was a good room. I really loved it. I thought the flow of the room went really, really well. And it was better this time than the last time, because the last time was, like we're all just trying to figure it out. What the heck is going on here? Right. So now we're creating this synergy. And so this is the way things work. When you first met whoever it is you're with, when you first met them, it was very rocky. You had to figure each other out. You had to figure out what's the dance of talking, And so that's what we're doing here is we're figuring all of that out when we're on the app. And so I think it went really well last night. I just recommend write down your call to action and put it on your phone if you have to remind yourself to do it. Nancy, you did really good last night. You flipped them though. I said, give to yourself first, but you gave to yourself next. And so
I actually did 3.
You
So I
did?
did the Rita one in the middle. So I did 3.
I missed the first one then.
I got 3 in there.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone paid
Good
attention.
job.
But
Good
but
job.
I have gotten people that I'm having consultations with them from being on Clubhouse. So yeah, so people, and sometimes people like this woman today wants me to review her book. It isn't necessarily money for me, but it is a relationship and establishing that. And, so there's a lot of action that's coming from my big mouth and people are asking for downloads, and I still have to get my Now site thing done. So it's easy, but I'm working on that.
Okay, cool. Well, let's hop on a call and get that finalized, because I could probably walk you through it in a couple minutes.
I'm missing templates. That's the big thing. And we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I don't want to take everyone's time.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll figure that out. Yeah, so what we're talking about here, Cecilia, is every Monday doing WAT talks, which is Women Action Takers talks, and having a different topic based on whoever wants to run that room that night. And so what we'll do is we'll have a schedule so we know who's doing which room, which Monday night. It's going to be Monday night. And so let me ask you guys, do you want to do 5 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 p.m. Eastern? I know like Missy and Sally, yes, please. Yes, please. So we can end earlier. And I'm fine with that. So there will be some times where I might not hop in right at 5, but I will be there shortly. So if you want to do that, is everybody in favor of starting at that time?
What day?
Monday, every Monday.
Oh, okay. Well, on Monday, I won't be able to join unless I get home. I'm visiting my son in Pittsburgh right now. So, but
But
anyway.
you're just talking about this Monday, but this is going to be every Monday.
Also, every Monday you'll be
Mhm.
doing this on Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. So under your club, Linda?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet. All
Yeah,
right.
so we'll run it under the Women Action Takers Club, and then whoever's available that night will make moderators and run it. And then the topics would be around your specialty, your expertise. So Pamela, does that time work for you?
It does right now. The only conflict I might have in the future is I might be having to do a group for my positive intelligence coaching on Monday evening.
Okay.
But-
Do you know when that will start?
As soon as I get a group together, which I'm working on right now.
Okay.
But
so maybe
I
you
have
can
to
do
find
one
out
of the
which-
first ones.
Yeah, I have to find out what time works for them and, considering different time zones and stuff.
Okay.
So-
Okay, so we'll play it by ear on that, and the majority of that time works. So we'll do that, and we'll start this Monday.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
start
actually the
this
best day of the week for me because I have something in the evening on all the rest of the nights except Friday.
Okay. Okay, cool. So maybe what we'll do is this first one and have it be generic. There was a topic I sent you, Nancy, wasn't there? Did I send you a topic?
When does this challenge end?
The 30th.
Okay.
I just wanted to add that you sent me the incidents for people being on Clubhouse that some of you guys will remember that Linda started. And I just took a quick look, and that Monday at 5 is a really popular time. So that was one of the reasons why I think you suggested it, Linda.
That's right. That's right. That was why. Thank you for my.
No problem.
So
I do things
how
that no
many
idea.
Mondays? How many Mondays will you do this, Linda?
Forever, Cecilia, until Clubhouse goes away.
I'm just wondering about.
No, well, the idea here
That's a
is
favor.
to build like that Monday, to build Mondays as the date to come in for these. I want to provide opportunities for the audience to be able to speak. So I'll share with you my original thought. And WAT Talks is really about inviting the audience to come up and speak for 4 minutes to speak, like kind of like an open mic type of thing on that topic. So whether they're going to tell a story or give some advice or whatever, that was my original thought. It doesn't have to be that way, but I still want to call it WAT Talks just to be able to give it that ability to be able to be that way, if that's how we decide to do it. Each session will be run the way you want to run it, because you'll be leading the session. So Nancy has her hand up. What's up, Nancy?
Well, so I think it's awesome because obviously when we're in the group and you're there, like you're like the superstar. Are you starting to sign autographs?
I love it.
No, but I will.
But from you're supporting us, but I'm wondering how we can support you and how we bring more people up. Like we're this little like sorority, you know, like the cool kids, but like we want to make more people join. I think people are hungry to do that and would love to have the opportunity. So I'm wondering how we invite others to also focus on, you know, if they have a topic. Would they message you or how would that work?
Oh, no, they got to be part of this.
They got to be part of this. Okay.
Mhm. Well, so because I'm going to do more of these challenges,
Gotcha.
I won't be doing a 30-day one again, you know, because this one taught me a lot about how I can teach a lot of stuff in a shorter period of time. That's why I did the 30 days, because I was worried that I couldn't do it. So now I got to see that I can do this. And so just to share, you know, I always going to be honest with you ladies, right? So this is where my mind was. And I see that I don't need that much time. And you know, you don't need to spend that much time with me either. But so I'm going to be doing more of these challenges. So how you can get involved in that is one of the things is I did create an affiliate program. I know Sally got in there. I got to send you your book, Sally. I got to find my books. So I got to send Sally one because she was the first one to sign up, and there was no contest. But since Sally signed up, I made a contest. Oh, Sally signed up. There was a contest.
How do we sign up? Put it in the chat.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me find it.
And you do have to have your W-2.
I think I removed that.
Oh, you did? Because that's why I stopped. I'm like, oh, I'll have to print that out. And I didn't.
I think I removed that because I realized people were having a challenge, and I don't want it to be hard for people, you know, to sign up for it. So if somebody could try it, that'd be awesome. Because I can't try it because it's my own account. So let me see, I just put the link in there.
You would need to get her the W-2 before she could pay you.
Yes, I will, like, you'll have to email me a W-2 before I pay you is how we're going to work it. So this way you can at least sign up. So what I'll be doing right now, all I have on there, the only item I have for sale is my mastermind, which is $247. I think I raised the price. I don't remember how much it is. I have to check, but it's like $297 or $247 a month. And then I will be adding, so the next challenge that I do is going to be 97. And that one I will put up there and you'll be able to share with people. You know, I did this challenge. It was really good. You know, I recommend it. And then anybody that signs up under you, then you get 20%. So it's not a lot of money, but it's something. But just advertising, you know, the event, this program is going to be helpful for anybody who's interested. Cecilia.
This the mastermind challenge or the 5K challenge?
This is for what we're talking about now, as I was talking about both. So you mean as far as the 20% or what?
No, you're the 297 and 97.1. What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The mastermind is $297 a month.
Okay.
To be in the monthly mastermind. So you aren't in that. Sally is in that. And so that's I think it's $249 or $297. I don't remember. I have to check. But I'm going to double the price July 1st. I'm going to raise the price because I know that there is a lot of value there. And I should be raising my prices. I mean, shit, Pamela was in it when I was charging $50 a month.
100.
Was it 100? Okay.
I think so.
At some point I was charging 50. And we did like 48 hours a month. I mean, I was charging $1 an hour. Hello. So anyway, I've come a long way. So, so the mastermind, which is, we meet once a month, every Monday, and that's, you know, at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then the second and fourth Tuesday for tech time, where you come on and I help you with any tech challenges that you have. That's the mastermind. And then the challenge, I don't know what the next date is. Actually, I'm sorry, it's July 21, 22, and 23. I already
Linda,
have those.
you said the mastermind is every month, but you meant every
week.
Yes.
Week.
Thank you. Yeah, every Monday, And so anyway, there's two things I have going on right now. One is the mastermind, and the other one is the next challenge that I'm going to do. It's going to be a 3-day challenge only, and 2 hours a day. So it's going to be very hyper focused. There won't be this time that we've had, like, doing all the Q&A and all that stuff. I'm going to really basically be giving a whole bunch of information. And the goal, then I always share with you like what my method is. The goal with that is for them to sign up for the mastermind. That's my ultimate goal.
Well, having us come to the mastermind 4 times is really great because people get a real look into how valuable your service is. I'm telling you.
Thank you. And that's a great point, because I'm going to, this next challenge, I don't think, maybe what I'll do is I'll do a mastermind with just them. I don't know. I have to decide what I'm going to do.
Linda, can you just email us or put in the chat all this info, because I'm going to forget.
Okay.
No, because when I tell people, I want to give them the accurate information.
Mm-hmm.
So especially like the
good.
dates and the time, because if they're asking me questions, I'm like, I don't want to say, I don't know. So if you could just email us or put in the chat the information, or Facebook, whatever, so then I can give accurate information.
Yeah, and that's one reason why I haven't shared it yet, is because I don't have the landing page set up. I don't have all those details set up yet. So that's why I haven't shared it. Oh, I take that back. Yes, I do. See, I forget my own stuff. So let's do this. While I'm looking for that, I want to hear, because I want to get this locked on with the Monday night WAT talks, so that we can get that going. So with a show of hands, but I can't see your hands. You guys can see each other's hands. Who wants to do Monday nights? Oh, wait, Monday, we're going to do a generic topic. Monday night, what we'll do. Okay, so this Monday night will be our final night during the challenge time. This Monday night, let's do like a speaker's open mic. And then all of you will have opportunity to speak as well. Are you good with that? Okay. I love the speakers open mics. So we'll do that Monday.
Clubhouse now, right?
Right.
On
That's
Clubhouse, yeah.
28th on Clubhouse.
That's the 28th?
That's Monday, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be 5 o'clock your time?
Yeah, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 Eastern, and we'll go no more than 2 hours. So even if somebody wants to go longer, like even if one of us wants to go longer, we're going to cut it. Okay, so we can show, because we want to be consistent. And so we'll do that, and we will do a speaker's open mic. And so that'll be the 28th.
So that's all, it's going to be 5 to 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 to 7. Every Monday night, we'll do the same time.
Can I ask a question about call to actions? Because I wrote down for call to action, give them a Calendly link, podcast shout out, a free guide to something, or if you have a course, to tell them to Instagram you with the word course or something like that. Are those what you're talking about? Are there more, or is it something where it has to be where you're going to make some money?
It's unlimited.
Okay.
No, it doesn't have to be anything that makes you money. Sometimes the best call to action is the free one. So
just
that
to get someone on your list, right?
Yeah. And so that they'll reach out to you, so whether it's, DM me the word, like you said, course, right? So now you're going to communicate with them. Or if it's to click on the link in my bio and get my free download, it's the call to action it's like it's calling, hey there, calling, right? Hey there, take an action. That's how I remember. It's like, because I didn't understand call to action for a long time. And that right there helped me to realize that that's all it is. I'm calling on them to make some kind of action. And it's whatever action I ask them to take. So the thing is to make only to call to action is only one thing per time that you're doing it. So today I was in a room and you were in there, Nancy. I just felt like the Wizard of Oz. You were there and you were there and you were there. Annie M. No, sorry.
Or Oprah.
Toto's here.
But there was this one lady, she was like, go here and there. And there, you know, she'll give like 3 calls to action. And it's too much. It's too much. So give 1 call to action each opportunity you get.
And they're all through Instagram though, right? Because there's no links other than that.
That's just the best way. And the reason that's the best way is because when they're on their phone and you're in the clubhouse room, you can tell them, you know, click on the link in my bio, and you're giving them an instruction of what to do right now. And a lot of times people will follow the subconscious instruction. Okay, she said, click the link in my bio. That's what you say, click the link in my bio. And then though I tell them, I said, then scroll down till you find whatever it is, the thing that I'm offering that time. You know, I have all my stuff on one page. So except for my mastermind, but I have like all these things on one page. So I really send them to the same place every single time. Because I want them to see all those other things, but I don't want to talk about those other things.
Right. I saw some people that had click here. They have a little arrow. It's not clickable. They must not realize it.
Yeah.
And then you have to really scroll to find their Instagram little links and stuff. Some of them have their Instagram at this, but it's not a link unless you use those 2 links.
And they might just not have hooked theirs up yet. Androids can hook up their Instagram and their Twitter, but I think maybe a lot of them don't know that because, you know, at the beginning they couldn't. So, but now they can. It's been for a couple of weeks that they can. Nancy, did you have another question?
I did. I just signed up for the affiliate program, and under products, it says no access to affiliate products. I don't know if that's normal, or is that because I just haven't referred anybody yet, or what? But it did say,
okay,
I'm now an affiliate, but there's 3 tabs on the top, and the product one said no access to products.
Okay. Do you mind sharing your screen really quick, just so I can see what you're looking at?
Yeah, let me pull it up. Okay. Damn it.
Oh, because you didn't sign up. It didn't accept you or something.
It didn't accept me. No way. Okay.
Well, I don't see any message that you signed up. So that's weird.
Where is it? Oh,
Sally,
here it is.
yours works.
Okay. This is what I see where it says you do not have access to affiliate carts.
Seller. Vendor. And if you click on overview on the top.
Overview. Welcome to our
Okay.
affiliate.
Okay, I probably sent you a wrong link then. I bet I did. Okay, let me.
Because it was
figure
a lot
out.
easier. Okay.
Yeah, this is my first time ever using this platform. No, that should be right. Women Action Takers, right? Yeah. Okay, well, let me figure that out in a minute here, because I don't know. It's a brand new platform for me, so I don't know how it works.
Okay, now I clicked. I don't know what I clicked on before, but it says your contact telephone number, which I didn't have before. So I'm going to try it again, and I'll report back.
Thanks for your persistence.
You bet.
That's awesome. Okay.
I got a lot of really good feedback about the room last night.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Well, I went into Instagram and just message. I think I went into Instagram and messaged like everybody that was in the room last night. Yeah, because I would just say, hey, it's great connected in this stinking thinking room, Yeah, it was so awesome. I had to jump off, but I really loved the room. Let's see, this one here said, I was sorry I had to jump out, but I had so much to share on that topic. Hey, Sally, it was nice meeting you as well. Thanks for moderating such a great room. This was Alice, that was one of the ones. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
It was a fabulous room. It was really fun.
By the way, she goes by Fabulous Alice.
Yeah, fabulous Alice.
Yeah. It was fabulous.
Yeah. So nice being able to get together and share. Thank you for such a great room. This was Marcy. And then the other Allison just said, yeah, it was great. And then I got Monique. She was like the first one.
Yeah.
She's the one I had the consult with this week. So I've been talking to her. She left me a message, a voice message. So yeah, so they were all really excited about it.
Good. And great job reaching out to everybody. Right now, how much time would you say that took you maybe total?
Not much. I mean, while you guys were, someone else was talking, I was just clicking on their things, going into their Instagram and just saying, hey, I loved your talk in this stinking thinking room, so, and you know what? I do that because I was doing that before, but I was just writing. It was nice to connect. And then when I would go back later on, it's like, where did I meet this woman? So, or I didn't know if it was from Clubhouse or if she had followed me and I had responded to something else where if I had just said nice to connect with you, or whatever. If I don't know, if I don't put where it is in my thing, then I don't remember where I met them.
And then think about them. They don't
Right.
remember where they met you, and they're less likely to respond. So that's why it's really important to say what the title of the room is, not on Clubhouse. Like that's too generic, but like you saying the stinking thinking room. I always say what the title of the room was, or at least the topic of the room, because that way they remember too. They at least remember the room. They may not remember me, but they'll remember the room. And remember, that's an immediate connection because they were in there because the title is what brings people in the first place. Yeah. So congratulations on doing that. Did anybody else reach out to anybody on Instagram? Pamela, how did it go with yours?
I did, but I haven't looked yet. So
okay.
I guess I have to go into Instagram to look, and I haven't had time today. But I tried to come up with some sort of a system for myself. So I wrote down the names. I checked whether I followed them, whether I invited them up on stage. And then if they spoke, then I would say something like, I really loved your share. Thank you so much for being in the Women Action Takers Stinking Thinking room. Hope to see you again. Things like that. So I probably did that with maybe 10 of them. And I was okay with doing that because, well, I wasn't sure when I was going to be a moderator. And then when I realized I wasn't going to have time, and then it was okay to just keep doing it. So, but I wanted to say that it's a little stressful. I mean, I'm a multitasker, but I was like, I have to listen so I can know what they're talking about. And then I might want to comment, and I have to invite them, and I have to wonder when I'm going to be up there. And then to say all the stuff you have to, it's a little overwhelming at first. So you have to kind of really practice at it.
Does anybody else have that experience?
Having more than one moderator is great.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tanisha, you have that experience. See, I have that experience too sometimes. And so what I do is I like the little check mark. That's cool. That's a new one. What I do is I just realize that I'm checked out during that time. When I'm doing the Instagram thing, because when I listen. And if I'm not really listening, really, I'm wasting their time because, I'm not paying attention. I can have music going on. That's fine. But if there's voices going on, I have to really hone in, because auditory is not my primary learning. My primary learning is tactile. So how can I be tactile over on an auditory app? By me actually looking at it and touching the app or touching their face or scrolling to look at their, I have to be touching. So that's how I learn the best. That's how I make my fastest connections. So because of that, I have to really be tuning in. Yeah, exactly. Nancy, first of all, congratulations. You did sign up. I see it.
Yay. I'm so glad. And it worked. I don't know what I did, but so when we're inviting people, it takes I'm confused. So do you have to go out and invite them through Instagram or wherever? You can't just hey, come to the room, because we don't know if they're even on Clubhouse. Is that true? I'm confused about, you said, invite people.
How to get people into the room, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're in the room, there's on the bottom, there's a plus sign, right? So you hit
Yes.
that to invite people in the room. If they're on Clubhouse at that time, there'll be a little green dot by their picture.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll tell you 12 minutes, 3 hours, 4 days.
Mhm.
But that means that's the last time they were on.
So you can't invite them if they're not on, unless
You can, but they, they're less likely to come into the room because maybe they're not on the app at all,
But your invitation would be like a Facebook, or an email
Notification.
or a text or something like that.
Well, what you
Right.
could do too is like what I did was I went into like before the room starts, you can go into where you go into my events and you can copy the link. And so
Oh.
then you can just copy the link. You can go into your Instagram and anybody who was at you messaged last time, just send them that link and say, hey, we're starting a room in 10 minutes. If you're on Clubhouse, we'd like, you were there last.
It's a great
2 weeks
idea.
ago,
Yeah.
why don't you join us again? So
Okay,
that's
cool.
what I've been planning on doing.
When I clicked on the plus sign, a bunch of people that I know, or maybe I follow, or they follow me, showed up. So I just kept clicking until it stopped. But a couple times it said this person doesn't allow notifications. So they turn their notifications off. But what happens is when you put the plus sign, whether they're on or not, they get a notification from Clubhouse.
Ah.
And Angie Alexander, she came in towards the end, right before I left, or right before, not towards the end of the thing, but towards the end of me being on. And she's in the positive intelligence course with me, and she's got a really big Clubhouse. So I don't know if she got to speak or not, but she's really, really cool.
I don't remember who everybody was.
Angie Alexander.
I don't remember, but I wanted to show you also. So I'm in a room right now and I'm down there, right? I'm down in the audience. On the top right, there's 3 dots,
Mm-hmm.
share room. So when you're in a room, you can share it. You can go there and I can see it copy the link, or I can go to Messenger and I could send it to
Okay.
the WAT back chat. It's like the frat, what do you call it? The frat pack, the bat pack. What are they?
Brat pack?
Brat pack, the frat pack.
That's going to be our next room, the Brat Pack.
There you go. See, so when you're in a room, you can share it. Before you get into a room, you can share it. When the room is scheduled, you can actually go in and click on the link, and then you can put it in your social media. You can say, hey, we're going to be doing a room. What I want to start doing, and this is when I say I will start doing this, I just don't know when yet, is I want to actually have like a show card that's created. We're doing this room on this day at this time. Here's the link so that we can all send it out. You can put it on your Instagram. You can put it on your Facebook, your LinkedIn, whatever, so that we can all share it out. And then what I want to do with that also, a lot of wants, is I want to have the show card and then have all of our little clubhouse pictures. Your what do you call that? Your profile pic. So I want to have that. So it'll look like kind of like the Clubhouse thing. And I just have this vision in my head of what it's going to look like. It'll be something that'll be created on Canva. I'll just have my VA create something. And then, it'll be like maybe we'll have enough room for 10 pictures to be on there. And so anytime any of us are going to be in the room, then we'll have our pictures on there, and then I'll send those to everybody and you guys can share it out there with the link and everything.
Thank you. Very helpful.
Yeah, that's
You're welcome.
nice. Thank
I
you.
have a question. When you send a link like that to someone that isn't on Clubhouse, can they still join without being on Clubhouse, or do they have to have an invitation?
They have to have an invitation, but that will take them to Clubhouse, and it'll say, it'll say, download the app. But now here's the thing is because I have a club, I can invite up to 1,000 people in a click of a button, but my phone doesn't have, I don't have any contacts on that phone. So I don't know how to do it. I haven't really looked into it.
So like for me, when I would announce that I'm going to be in a room or whatever, I would say, this is an invitation only app, I have some invitations. So if you want to join, let me know and I'll invite you. And it's super easy. I just need their phone number,
Mhm.
but they need to like, it just creates a little bit of friction for them to get in the room, I guess, but that's just part of it, right?
Yeah. And then you become the inviter, right? So then what happens is when you invite people, you get more invites.
Okay.
Clubhouse will increase the number of invites that you get. Like I have up to 15 right now. So it just
Okay.
keeps getting more and more. I started with 2, just like everybody, right? So the more people I
Yeah.
invite and it's the people you invite who actually accept it. Because if you invite people and they don't accept it, then it goes against you.
Oh,
So I always make sure that they're going to actually
they're serious.
use it. Yeah. Because otherwise I've lost that. You lose that invite and it goes against you. So what you can do with that, what I do is something more, shorter and to the point. And that was just like, need a Clubhouse invite, ask me, or something like that. Just a few words, right? Or not on Clubhouse yet, ask me. Not on Clubhouse yet? Why not?
It's
That's
supposed to be open soon though, right?
Yeah, who knows what soon is though,
Okay,
right?
that's true.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't have any control over it. And these, I don't know, they're town hall meetings. They're the same thing over and over and over, week after week after week. So yeah. But yeah, so we'll do next Monday. So Monday, the 28th will be speakers open mic. We'll start that at 5 p.m. This is how the speakers open mic will run is everybody will have an opportunity to speak for 4 minutes and it'll be just an open mic. What they do is they can share how I run the open mics is they can share for 4 minutes and no sales. It's not about selling, it's about connecting. So we'll run it that way. And then the following Monday, that's July 4th, right? Is that 4th of July?
Yeah, 4th of July, Monday. Well, Monday's the 5th.
Oh, Monday's the 5th? Okay.
But that's the holiday.
I'll still do it. Doesn't matter. To me, a holiday doesn't matter. It's like, whatever. It's not that I don't believe in holidays because I do, but it's just no big deal anymore. As you approach 60, it doesn't have its luster. I do remember though. Okay,
A lot of things though.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I was 13 years old and it was the bicentennial, 1973. No, 1976, the year of our bicentennial. And my mom was a seamstress and she made me and my friend Trisha these matching July 4th outfits. I'm 13 years old, right? I was cute and I was very skinny. And she made me these, that was in the days of the hip huggers. So I had hip huggers and I had this cute little top that had, the little, no sleeves, but what do you call it? Like a little thing that you tied around the back of your head, that little outfit that we had back in the
Halter
day.
top.
Halter top. Thank you. A halter top. And I remember it really well because I was 13 and the bicentennial was fantastic. It was just so cool, right? So freaking cool. And I said, I can't wait till the tricentennial. Tricentennial. I'm going to be 113 and I can't wait for it's right around the corner, ladies. I got 15 more years. So I remember when I turned 56 and a half, because I was like, I'm halfway through my life. Because I made it to halfway to 113. Okay, anyway, but I digress. Oh, I can't. Oh, why? I haven't drank anything, I promise. I don't drink anymore. I stopped drinking because I lost the luster of that too. So anyway, who wants to run the room on the July 5th? Oh, Pamela, do you want to run the room? You got to go to your meeting. You want to volunteer? Who wants to volunteer for July 5th? You're muted, Pamela.
Well, do you think people will be on?
Who cares?
Okay, I'll run it. I'll do it on
I'll be there.
Unconditional love. I might do a visualization.
You can do unconditional love during the holidays. Because in my family, holidays were not a pleasant time.
Mm.
A lot of people who are in alcoholic households have that where holidays are not a pleasant time.
Mm.
So I don't know. I would just say that, but
Well, I want to do a visualization. What do you think about that? Do a quick visualization.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. It's your room.
Okay. All right. I'll do the 5th.
What's that? Was that you,
Wasn't
Sally?
here.
Okay, so July 5th, Pamela, you got it on your calendar. You're committed to it. Okay, what is
Okay.
it? What's the title of the room gonna be?
Unconditional love during the holidays. I'll hit it.
Okay.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Good night. Go toast the master. Okay, July 12th. Who's taking July 12th? Crickets?
Hold on,
Okay.
let me look.
I would take it, but I just don't have a title yet. Of course.
That's okay. You don't need the title today. If you know the
Okay,
title,
then I'll take it.
July 12th?
Yes.
Okay, Nancy. You just need a title by July 5th. By July 3rd, because of course the holiday.
Okay.
That way at the July 5th, we can announce the next week's, right? So each week we'll announce the next week's room.
Cool.
And then we'll let the person who's running it. So if you're there on the 5th, you can announce the room and what it's going to be about. Right. So give you that
I
opportunity.
might not be there on the 5th though.
Okay, then you won't do that then. But we can still announce the title of the room.
Thank
Sally,
you.
you want the 12th, 19th?
What's up? I
You
can't
want-
do the 19th. I'll do the 26th.
26, okay.
I can do the 19th
Okay.
if no one else wants it.
Oh,
But I'll be on vacation on the 12th.
Okay. And if you
So
know
we-
if you guys know your title, let me know now so I can write it down. Put it on my calendar.
I'll do something around
that's
goal setting and like things that keep you like what has gotten you keeps you stuck in the past or something like I don't know. I'm not feeling very creative right now. But something in the lines of goal setting and talking about tips and tricks and how to like reach your goals.
How about last half goal setting or something? Can you do something like gearing them up because it's July and it's the
Yeah.
last 6 months?
Yep.
Something like that. I mean, if you come up with a creative title, then, or if Nancy
Yeah.
come up with a
I
creative
Nancy
could
has
do-
to help us.
I could do, are you attracting the right clients? Because they do have that freebie thing too.
Okay.
So Linda, is this room going to be under your club, Women Action Takers Club?
Yeah. It's going to be called WAT Talks, WAT, which is Women Action Takers Talks. So
Oh,
each room it'll be WAT Talks. And the reason I wanted to do this, because I have a friend who does a room called Mind Shift for Life Shift. The name of her club is Mind Shift for Life Shift. And the name of her room is Mind Shift for Life Shift. And it always like, when I go in there, I'm like, what's the topic? Like, we never know what the topic is. So I want to do something where it has a familiarity to it, which is the WAT Talks, but then the topic after that. So the WAT Talks will just be to have that familiarity.
Plus, it's like TED Talks. You're going to be that famous.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So Cecilia, Tanisha, you don't have to commit right now. And just if you want to, now is the time to at least get it on the calendar. So I have August 2nd and August 9th.
yeah, I
I'll
can't.
do the
commit
second.
yet.
Tanisha, the
The
second?
second, yeah.
Okay.
So now you're in August?
Yeah, August 9th. And Sally, you know the title of yours?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Don't have a title right now. Okay. And let's say nobody nobody's like Sarah will probably step up for a day. I'm sure she will when she's available, right? And then I'm sure Tondi will too. When they're available, they'll step up into dates also. But what we'll do is we have these dates are locked on. So we have the next 6 weeks locked on, which is really cool. And so this is, for me, this is the start of us creating that cohesive group that people are like, oh, I love it when these ladies are running a room. Because there's some rooms that I hop in just because the people who are running it. Oh, I just love it when so-and-so speaks. I'm going to hop in there right now because I'm feeling like I want to get that, Tanisha.
Is it possible for us to get a little short list of like everybody's name and kind of like their specialty so that we can know who we might be able to partner with? Like, I know that for the topic I'm thinking about, Nancy, you might be a good, definite, like, be able to just really speak on the topic. Everybody will be able to chime in. But as far as like leading it, because if you're asking,
yeah, I would be happy to do that, Tanisha. I think that I was thinking of that too, and thank you for bringing it up.
And I just don't know. I don't remember everybody's specialty. So if I had like a list, I'm sure I can come up with ways, to, certain topics to slant or to add in other ways, or, kind of suggest other ways like, hey, I know you do this, and this might be a way that you can chime in on the topic if you're not sure how to, you would want to chime in on the topic kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Where can we put something like that? Maybe I'll just create like a Google Doc and everybody go in and put their specialty in it.
Perfect.
That's a really good idea, because like I love when when the mod squad knows each other, it feels more cohesive. Even if everybody has a different specialty, at least if people know about it, that gives some credibility to the group, I think. So I love that idea.
Yeah, I'll create that right now. Thanks for bringing that up, Tanisha.
It's also
Awesome.
nice to be able to advertise each other too, like example, Pam, if she's the lesbian
love coach.
lover. Yeah. So so if you know someone who would be interested in that, we can advertise Pam to support her. So we're supporting each other. So that's the nice thing.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And like Sally and Cecilia, like Sally, you decided
That's
to do
what I
something.
was just going to say. Maybe
Yeah.
Cecilia and even Paige, maybe the three of us could do the 26th together if you're available, and then we could.
Yeah. It's the 26th of what?
July.
July.
Okay. I got to make sure I'm back from the Black Hills. Okay.
The Black Hills of Tennessee?
No, it's where we go rock climbing in South Dakota. Yep. I should be available. I'm going to put it in right now. So Sally, so the 26th.
Yeah.
July
And
26th.
I'll reach out to Paige too.
Yeah.
And what's the title going to be, Sally?
I don't know. What do you think?
How about level up?
It's too vague. It's got to be specific so people will want to hop in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's your specialty again, Sally?
Well, it's all self-care, and Paige's diet and exercising and mindset, and
Yeah, and she does intermittent fasting. So she's like an intermittent fasting coach, Paige is.
Yeah. Boy.
just do like healthy living or healthy lifestyle or healthy eating.
Health your way.
Yeah, healthier way. Yeah.
You guys know that Linda's saying we're going to be doing this multiple times, so you could kind of just come up with your overall your talking topics anyway,
Right.
and then
That's
just
true.
meld them, and you have a couple laid out.
Right. I'll come up with a room title. It'll come to me at like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wake up. That's what happens.
I'm really tired right now.
I was thinking, get rid of the COVID-15
There you go. That's a good one.
or the COVID-30.
Sometimes you got to noodle it.
The COVID-15 plus.
I love that title.
You do.
It's really a thing.
I know. It's like, what do they say? The freshman 15, right?
Freshman
Is that
15.
so?
Yep.
At first they were talking about the COVID 15. I'm like, what about the COVID 40?
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Did you have COVID?
No,
No.
but I was sequestered like everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. I
No.
actually had COVID in it.
I think I would have lost
rocked
weight if I
me.
got COVID.
I thought I would. I didn't. I wasn't even eating, and it killed me.
Oh, wow. Wow. But yeah, you guys all come up with great titles. And even if, after this gets going, like right now we have, 6 different weeks, right? And then if something happens where somebody can't do one, then guess what? We're going to do a speakers open mic. We'll throw that, maybe I'll throw that in there every 2 months or something. I'm going to be doing my in-person networking events starting July 17th, which is cool. And so maybe we'll do this kind of like I'll do the speakers open mic around the same time as I'm doing those events or something. I don't know. We'll just throw it in there every once in a while when we can't think of a topic. We're going to do, they're doing that open the mic thing again.
Linda, can you put the information for the 17th up somewhere again? I haven't signed up and I wanted to.
Because I haven't created it. It's on my to-do list.
Oh, okay.
I've got a big to-do list and that is on there. That's like number 2, but it's probably going to get pushed down to number 7. So,
Okay. I'll look for it.
okay, don't worry. I'll get it to you. But it is in San Diego. So you know that much. It's called UTC area.
Okay.
University Heights, I think it's called. I don't know the area very well. Miramar. It's near Miramar. So you'll know what part of town it is.
I'm probably going to stay the night afterwards and then drive home.
Oh, cool. You're going to have a blast. Anyway, yeah, I'll tell you why I'm excited about this, because I myself am moving into like that next, I'm leveling up, Cecilia. Like I'm moving into a level up position. And when we move up to level up positions, we have to create something, an infrastructure of some sort. So as I'm myself leveling up, mentally, emotionally, that I have to think like, how can I level up? What makes sense? What is the smart way to go? And part of that is moving into as like a place of leadership. That's always going to be part of leveling up. If you want to move up into that place, like I do, I want to be in that place of leadership. Having said that, I know that I am a leader, but I'm not leading in all areas. And this is an area that I want to lead in. So this is one of those steps. This is just one of those steps. It's because I look at one of my friends who she's got this big following under her, and everywhere she goes, they all just go, they just follow her wherever she goes. And I look at that, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And then realize that, oh, she's been doing this for 20 years. She had to get started at day 1. Then I started thinking, what was day 1 like for her? Instead of me just reaching out to her and asking her, which I should do, is just figuring out myself, like, what is day 1? Day 1 is creating something that is with that group, that core group of people that you really trust, and they believe in you and you believe in them. It's creating that and then saying, hey, I have this harebrained idea. You guys in for it? And they're like, yeah, or no, that sucks. Right? They help you decide if it's a smart way to go or not. But you become the leader because you're saying, I have this harebrained idea. I have a lot of ideas, ladies. This is just one very small thing. I have this one really, really brilliant idea. I can't wait to share it with you. Should I share it now? If you want me to, I will. But it has nothing to do with Clubhouse Challenge. But it's moving into that next level. It's a conscious decision for some of us. Some people, I think, they're naturally born more of a leader, and that's kind of like they become that leader because it's kind of expected of them. I think I didn't have that. I didn't have people believing in me to the point that I felt like I could be a leader. So that's where I am now. I'm at that place in my life where I'm saying, I am ready to fully step into it. And, saying this out loud is kind of embarrassing a little bit, but it's because I didn't think people would want to follow me. That's why I didn't step into leadership, because I had this fear that people wouldn't want to follow me. How do you like that one, Missy? Like the fear thing, right? And so I said, you know what? Screw that. Either they're going to want to go or not. I'm going to announce it. We'll see what they say. I threw it at Nancy earlier today as like a little teaser kind of thing to see what she said, because I want to test it out first before I present it to everybody. And it's a small thing that I'm doing, but it's that first step. It's that first step. And we have to take that first step in order to get to the place we want to go. And so that's what we're doing here today. We're taking that first step. We're going to lead the charge. We're going to create this amazing. I'm going to emulate what I see my other friend doing, and we're going for it. I don't need to do this for 20 years to get there. We're going now.
Linda, I just want to say thank you for being so honest, but truly you are in a room and people they're there because of your name. They're there because of you. They're following you. It's surprising to hear you have to share that, because you are already leading people. You're already influencing. You're already changing people's lives, women's lives. So it's wonderful to be part of it. And thank you. But you got this, man. You got it.
Well, thank you. Sometimes I feel like that, and sometimes I don't. Right. So I'm still having my crossover of 51 years of shit that I've been carrying around. I'm still chipping away at it, and it still shows itself. Is that, like, you'll read Sally's story in the book. Nancy, all of you, Tanisha, we got to get you in the book. If you can write a chapter, if you can write a 1,500 word chapter by Sunday, Tanisha, you can be in the book. Okay, so I just put that out there. I don't know if she heard me or not.
I hear you. Which book and what's the topic?
Okay, we'll talk after this. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk. I want to share with you, because everybody here is everybody here is in the same book, which is Invisible No More, Invincible Forevermore. But I also have The Fearless Entrepreneurs. Both books are going to come out right about the same time. Do either of those titles resonate with you, Tanisha?
Yeah, I could write potentially for either. I just have to think about it, but yeah, I could do either.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Okay.
She's an action taker, ladies. She's in. So everybody here is in is in one of the books, at least, right? So I don't even know why I shared that, but I'm glad I did. Oh, because the stories, as you read each other's story, like, I'm getting these huge goosebumps right now. Every single story that I have read has impacted me in one way, shape, or form. All of your stories are very inspiring. And we all have it, whatever it is that you want to have. And the stories are so amazing, so absolutely amazing. And I'm honored that God sent me that title. He sent it to me to do something with it. And that's what we're doing. So I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
I love my video.
Oh my gosh. Yours is great. Oh my God. Cecilia, yours is great. Missy, Nancy, yours will be great. Tanisha, yours will be great once we get that far. But Cecilia, yours too, right? Your video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just really, so that's what I'm doing. I'm still stepping into, and I might be stepping into my whole life, the whole rest of my life. And I'm okay with that.
Well, Linda, I have to say, when I go to Clubhouse, I try to see if you're in it. So I can go to the room that you're in, because if I see your name appear in a room, I'm like, oh, I'm going to that room. So you're like my idol.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, did I get that on video? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm always looking for a testimonial. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it is interesting, with all of us, we've gone through something. I mean, if Sally was bullied like crazy when she was a kid, like really bullied. And look at where she is today. I mean, just she's come out of that, right? But maybe sometimes it still shows up. I don't know. Does it ever, Sally? Or you
Oh, yeah.
see? So this
No,
stuff.
even just releasing the video, I was surprised at how I didn't want to put it out there, because I was like, you know what, I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah.
And even writing it was hard. So
Yeah, it was very hard for me. Actually, I kept crying and crying, crying, and I had to get it done in one day. So then I knew I would be able to recover.
And now, as you see, I just gave Tanisha a couple of days. So she's like, I only had one day. But you know, there's actually another one of the authors. This one just really got me too. She sent me a message, and she said, I just finished writing my chapter, and I got to tell you, you're doing so much more than writing a book. You are helping me to heal. You're going to help so many people heal. As she was writing her chapter, and she at 4 years old, her father passed away. As she was writing her chapter, she was at a park, and there was this mom with two 4-year-old little girls. And she kept looking over at them and seeing herself as she's writing her chapter. She's like, I was bawling. I couldn't. The little girl came over, are you okay? Yeah. And she's just telling her story. And it's so much more than just a book, ladies. So thank you so much for being part of this. Oh, I can't wait till this is done and out so we can share these stories. So anyway, there's a lot of good stuff happening. The books, you know, we've got the networking events, like I have the mastermind, and then, you know, doing the clubhouse, doing what we're doing here. You know, like I said earlier, I didn't want it to end at 30 days. I like you ladies too. So we're going to keep it going, you know, we'll just keep it going. And as I do more of the clubhouse challenges, the shorter ones, then those people will be invited to be part of our tribe. And then we'll use this as the way to build that tribe, right? So we'll create, but you guys are like the core. You're the base, you're the starters. You're the ones who were here in the beginning and helping me figure out what's working, what's not working. So I truly, truly appreciate you for everything you've helped me with. So thank you. I'm complete.
you know,
Oh, Tanisha, I love it. I love it. Okay, that's really all we got for tonight. How did you guys feel about the room last night? Anybody who hasn't spoken yet?
What was your topic last night? I wasn't able to join.
With getting rid of your stinking thinking. It was a really good topic, good room. Yeah. We missed you.
now are we gonna do Clubhouse now tomorrow night? Or
Yeah.
not? So we got to come up with a title.
Do you guys
for that?
want a day off or what? I mean, it's up to you.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's
I'll
Friday.
be on there anyway. So my husband's playing music on Friday nights. My husband goes and plays music. So
So you're going to do it again tomorrow night?
well, yeah, I'm on Clubhouse almost every day. I'm not like on there, you know, but I'm on there almost every day.
Oh, what time are you doing it tomorrow?
6 p.m. Pacific time.
What did
Yeah.
you say?
6 p.m. Pacific time, like our regular time. Yeah. I think Missy wants a day off.
No. Yeah, I don't know. My daughter's going to be coming in from, like, she graduated from college and then she's like on her 60 days leave, but she's coming in for her short stint of being at home. And so I don't know if I'll be joining or not, but I might not. It depends, because, you know, she might come home and say, see ya, I'm going to be with my friends,
Exactly.
which could clearly happen.
Yeah.
So just kind of keeping myself open.
Okay. Okay, cool. Does anybody want to do a room tomorrow night with me?
Well,
the same
I
time.
will if I can. I'm in Pittsburgh, so I'm 3 hours ahead of you. So that means it'll be 9 o'clock if you're doing it at 6 o'clock then, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully I'll be awake enough.
That's me every time.
I know. And Missy, you too, right? You're
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I'm yawning right now. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
I like last night when Linda says, "Oh, can you wait till 10:30?" I'm like, or 10 o'clock, and I'm like, it's 10:30 already.
Oh yeah, because I thought for some reason I just see Central Time all over you. I don't. Just kidding. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I'll probably be able to join you, Linda, tomorrow.
Okay.
So under the Woman Action Takers Club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll call it yet. You know.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know.
So I gotta
I
put
have
that.
I have a room tomorrow it's called Enlightened Entrepreneurs at 3 p.m. Pacific, if you guys want to jump into that. So
that's
And
the room I
that's
hopped in
not in the
last
Women
week.
Action Takers. That's in the Mind Shift for Life Shift Club.
Yeah.
Was that Missy?
I hopped in that room last week
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
saw
you did.
Nancy in there. So I was like, I was driving to my dad's to the hospital. So that was good. I liked that room.
Yeah. Thank you for joining. It's well, Linda, you were saying that was the day like a lot of people shifted over to we're checking out
Green Room.
Green Room. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. The jury's out. It's really bizarre. It like right now, it seems that the majority of the rooms, about 90% of them, are all about getting these gems. You know, people are like, I have 1,000 gems right now. Like I'm still going over there. I'm like, I'll just go over there. I hang out in rooms that they're just giving away gems. That's all they're doing.
But I've been doing. I didn't
What's
even
the purpose of a gem?
There is none.
none.
It doesn't make any sense at
So
all.
it's like
right
a
now.
gamification of the app.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm doing
Hi,
is,
Cecilia.
good night, Cecilia.
Nice.
What I'm doing is just going in there and I'll go ahead and get some gems and, while they're doing them and then see what happens. If they end up doing something with them, at least I'll have some. So that's how I'm seeing it. Literally, I've been on there all day long, not doing anything, like every half hour, just going in and giving gems to everybody in the room. Because it's every half hour. It used to be every 5 minutes, but they changed it to every half hour last night or the night before or something. So anyway, so really bizarre. As I go and scroll down through my hallway, I see gems, like that's all gems. Every once in a while, there's a room of value. So I'll hop in there and see what kind of value it is. Like I was in something earlier and I didn't know what they were talking about. So I got out of there and went into a gem room. It's a really weird platform and I think it has to find its way. And I think that here's what I kind of foresee is that people are going to get over there, be disheartened and come back to Clubhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I feel like I don't have the bandwidth, I still have my day job and I can only spend my limited time doing what I perceive to be the biggest needle movers. And I just don't have time. Like, I know that there's the value of first to market advantage, right? But I'm just not even sure it's worth it. I feel like Clubhouse is still kind of new enough that I still kind of have, even though I'm behind the other people that were truly first to market, still have a little bit of the first to market advantage. And it's fine. I'm like, I just don't have the bandwidth to learn another platform. You know what I mean? And spend time developing relationships on another platform. But so to hear that it's kind of like gem seeking, I don't need to do that.
Gem City. And yeah, so it's kind of weird too, because with it, you're connected to, so I see the value in some ways, right? So with it, you're connected to Twitter, YouTube, and Spotify. So those are your three connections. Like you can put them in there where they just click on it and they go right there.
Okay.
So that means that all of your communication is done on Twitter. Well, I'm not a Twitter user.
I'm not either.
Yeah. So I'm like, now I got to do Twitter too.
Or if you had a YouTube channel, I guess maybe that would be helpful.
And I have a
What's the
YouTube
advantage
channel.
of Spotify. That's weird.
Well, Spotify, because it's owned by Spotify.
Oh, okay.
It's called Spotify Green Room is what it's called.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So the Spotify, the advantage to that is that if people happen to click on your link and they go straight to your podcast on Spotify, then they might watch one, listen to one or two or three and subscribe. Yeah, so there's the value there. And so what I will do when I eventually, and I'm still going to go over there, I'm still going to try it out. I'm always going to try other things to see how they work for everybody. But what I'll do eventually is I'll start running my own rooms and then invite people to click on my Spotify, and my call to action will always be my podcast, That'll always just be my call to action, because I'll use it specifically to grow my podcast audience.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And I have YouTube, but my YouTube sucks. I know that. I'm okay with that. So
Hard to be great at everything. It's like you got to pick your focus and go with it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise you're just sort of diluting your effect on everything.
Because it's more like I'm there, but I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not doing it. So the videos though, for the books, they're all on the YouTube channel. And I have gotten some subscribers from that. So that's cool. And then as the videos get more views, then people will run ads against them, which will make more more views. So it's like there's like this whole underlying thing that's going on behind the scenes with it. But I'm not investing any time in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, anything else for tonight, or should we call it a night? I know Tanisha says, day off. She needs to get some rest. Well, I'm still going to do the room, but you don't have to be there. How about that? You don't have to be there anyway. But I'm going to do a room tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll probably just do it for an hour. It's because I just want to keep out there. That's it. I want to keep out there, keep top of mind, and just keep out there and providing value. It makes me feel good when I do that. So that's what I want to do, things that make me feel good. Yeah.
Where's your podcast?
What is it? Or
where is it?
It's on Google. What do you call it? Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or it's called something else now.
Okay.
Spotify, Blueberry. It's on I don't know, 11 or 12 different platforms.
What's the name? Where do I find it?
Women Action Takers. Well, actually, I wonder what happens if you Google Women Action Takers podcast.
I wonder.
Let's see.
Does it show up?
I wonder if it shows all the platforms. Oh, it takes you to my, dang it.
WomenActionTakers.com.
Yeah, and that's not the right website. See,
Here it is, podcastapple.com. It's the second one down. Is that it?
Oh, good. Yeah. See, I got to change my website. I got lots of work to do. Oh, she's gone. She's fading so fast. She's gone. Okay, Tanisha, 1,500 words.
Yep, no worries.
Tell your story.
Well, so do you have like a synopsis of each of the books and your goals for the books?